He walked the hills, and knew what the hills had seen through geologic time. He listened to the stars, and spelled out what the stars were saying. He had found the creature that lay imprisoned in the stone. He had climbed the tree that in other days had been climbed by homing wildcats to reach the den, gouged by time and weather out of the cliff's sheer face. He lived alone on a worn-out farm perched on a high and narrow ridge that overlooked the confluence of two rivers. And his next-door neighbor, a most ill-favored man, drove to the county seat, 30 miles away, to tell the sheriff that this reader of the hills, this listener to the stars, was a chicken thief. The sheriff dropped by within a week or so and walked across the yard to where the man was sitting in a rocking chair on a porch that faced the river hills. The sheriff came to a halt at the foot of the stairs that ran up to the porch. "I'm Sheriff Harley Shepherd," he said. "I was just driving by. Been some years since I've been out in this neck of the woods. You are new here, aren't you?" The man rose to his feet and gestured at another chair. "Been here 3 years or so," he said. "The name is Wallace Daniels. Come up and sit with me." The sheriff climbed the stairs, and the two shook hands, then sat down in the chairs. "You don't farm the place," the sheriff said. The weed-grown fields came up to the fence that hemmed in the yard. Daniels shook his head. "Subsistence farming, if you can call it that. A few chickens for eggs, a couple of cows for milk and butter, some hogs for meat. The neighbors help me butcher. A garden, of course, but that's about the story." "Just as well," the sheriff said. "The place is all played out. Old Amos Williams, he let it go to ruin. He never was no farmer." "The land is resting now," said Daniels. "Give it 10 years, 20 might be better, and it will be ready once again. The only things it's good for now are the rabbits and the woodchucks and the meadow mice. A lot of birds, of course. I've got the finest covey of quail a man has ever seen. It used to be good squirrel country," said the sheriff. "Coon, too. I suppose you still have coon. You a hunter, Mr. Daniels?" "I don't own a gun," said Daniels. The sheriff settled deeply into the chair, rocking gently. "Pretty country out here," he declared, "especially with the leaves turning colors. A lot of hardwood, and they are colorful. Rough as all hell, of course, this land of yours. Straight up and down the most of it. But pretty.